सभी को राम राम जय श्री महाकाल. Hello ma'am, good morning. How are you doing today?
Very good, Rainu ma'am. How are you?
Yes, I'm good too. So this is Rainu Mangtani from the platform of Ankakshar Miracles, which is the Institute of Occult Sciences, Spiritual Activities and Research. And today on the platform of Ankakshar Miracles, we have Archana Nadella ma'am. And thank you so much, ma'am, for joining in. So basically, this podcast, this interview series that is in going on, it is for our two books titled as My Marriage Bliss versus Curse and Seven Lee of Life. This is an anthology of 108 visionaries. So we'll have lots of talks with the ma'am, and before proceeding in, we'll take the blessings from the God. Karpuragaram Karunavataram Sansarasaram Bhujagendraharam सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि. So I'll just start the screen sharing, ma'am. Just let me know whether you're able to see the screen.
Yes.
Yes. So talking about ma'am, she's an handwriting analyst, graphotherapist, hypnotic graphotherapy, personal counseling, tarot card reader, life skills trainer, healer of various modalities, pyramid and crystal healing, healing through hypnosis. This is in short about ma'am, and this is a beautiful picture, and it's so grateful, so blissful holding the books. And this is one more. And this is the quote that we have taken out from our article, My Marriage Bliss versus Curse. Marriage offers an opportunity for personal growth and development as both partners navigate life's challenges and triumphs together. And now I'll share with you all the beautiful book covers. Just 1 minute. Beautiful book covers. And before that, I'll talk something about our ongoing project, which is the title of the book is A Family Puzzle, United or Divided, Roots to Wings for Passing Bonds Across Generations. This is our ongoing anthology. It's with the 108 co-authors, and almost 30 to 35 registrations are done. So, what all you'll get in this? First of all, you'll get the recognition of being a internationally certified published co-author, and there will be your elite portfolio that we'll be creating it, and also you'll get the lifetime membership with अंकाक्षर miracles, ताकि आप आगे कभी भी मतलब हमारी जो भी अपॉर्चुनिटीज आती हैं तो उसमें जो भी ऑफर्स एंड डिस्काउंट्स होंगे वो आपको इसमें मिलेंगे. साथ ही साथ जिस तरह अर्चना जी के साथ हमारा अभी ऑनलाइन इंटरव्यू हो रहा है, सो वो भी आपको अपॉर्चुनिटी मिलेगी. ट्रॉफी एंड मेडल ऑफ को ऑथरशिप. साथ ही साथ हमारी मैगजीन है अंकाक्षर मेराकल्स के नाम से, विच इज अवेलेबल ऑन मैक्सटर, विच इज वर्ल्ड्स डिजिटल हैशटैग प्लेटफॉर्म, #1 वी कैन से प्लेटफॉर्म. और मैक्सटर के बारे में सभी ने ही सुना है. बेसिकली बहुत सारी मैगजीन्स आपको वहाँ पे रीड करने के लिए मिलेंगी. सो यू विल गेट अ चांस टू गेट फीचर्ड इन इट, एंड लॉट्स ऑफ सरप्राइज goodies and much more. So you all can register for this anthology, and for more details you can reach out to us, and our Facebook page name is Ankakshar Miracles. You can DM me, and 1 minute, you can DM me on my Instagram page, which is Truth of Life 82, and my husband Abhishaik Chitraans, that's his Instagram ID. He's an expert master numerologist. And just a minute, I will share the book covers of My Marriage Bliss versus Curse also. Just give me a minute. This is of Seven Lee of Life. Lee is learning, earning, and expectation. Ma'am, I hope the screen is visible.
Yes, yes, it is. It is visible.
And this is the cover of Mobile Addiction, which is authored by me and my husband. So there are 21 simple techniques in it to remove or reduce mobile addiction in children or students and adults. Just give me 1 minute. So sorry for the delay. Actually, there was some network issue. So this is the cover of My Marriage Bliss versus Curse, and both these books and also the mobile addiction, they are available on Amazon, Flipkart. So interested ones can definitely purchase it. So will not take much time. Archana ji will move on. So you are an handwriting analyst as well as graphotherapist. So, how an accurate handwriting can transform one's life? Can you share something about in detail to our various generations out here listening to this interview? Over to you, ma'am.
Yeah. Yeah, pleasure to talk about handwriting analysis and graphotherapist. I've been certified way back 2007. Then handwriting analysis or graphotherapy was very new, a concept which was not heard much. And when I took this up, it was just to change the handwriting of my children. So I thought it's going to help my children, and that's how I went into the conference there. But then the entire concept of handwriting analysis, was so different. It was not about your cleanliness, your neatness, your legibility of the writing. It was not just about that, but it was beyond that. So there where I got interested, and I wanted to explore what more was it to give to me. And from there the journey began. And the accuracy in handwriting analysis, I would say, like, now, Renu ma'am, if you're buying a dress for yourself from a mass communication, that is mass production, so the way it will be delivered to you, it is a common thing that is made for everybody. It is not to suit you. So that is how, when a handwriting is taught in a school, so it is taught to the common platform. It is not like everybody will be taught differently. So it is a common platform where a single teacher will be teaching hundreds of students. But how your handwriting changes, how your handwriting is different from one another, speaks a lot about your personality. So similarly, I would say how accuracy you can give in your handwriting if you are getting your dress stitched through a tailor. So it is a tailor-made dress where he will definitely ask for your occasion that you're getting this done for, and whether it suits your style of carrying it and all that, and then he will make a dress for you. So that is how different when you are looking at a handwriting from a person who is just been doing it, and a person who has got it trained through a handwriting analyst. So how accurate it can be, like talking about your health aspects. It can talk to you about your personality aspects, and it can also talk to you about many other aspects, like it can be used in several other phases also. And handwriting analysis is something where I love doing it with the kids more, because you're able to tap their personality inside, and elders more, because it speaks about their health a lot. So you can detect various health issues that is going to be coming in the future, or you could be already having it, or you could have gone through it. So all these aspects can be analyzed through handwriting. And how accurate it is, many a times, as I'm a social service person, I end up in schools and colleges giving some kind of instructions, or we go for some modalities to be discussed there, or when we go for a social service activity like a health camp or something. So I come across many children, and we discuss this one on one. And most of the time when I talk to them about having cramps, the girls get astonished. Like, how did you get to know, ma'am? Because there was one this girl who was writing a proverb on the notice board, and from a very far distance. And when she approached me, I asked her, "Are you going through some cramps?" So she's like, "Yes, ma'am. How did you get to know?" So that is the kind of accuracy that you actually can get through handwriting. So many of these, I'm just talking about one small aspect, but if you're getting in detail, it's a huge, vast subject in itself. It'll take. I can go on and on with the handwriting analysis and graphotherapy. So that's how accurate your and transformation, I would call it as like, from picking it up from a store to a tailor-made. So that is how your personality can change. So you can transform, and trust me, this has helped me, not just me in my house. It has helped with my kids also. I've never sat with my kids as I was a working profession when I did this. I never had time with my kids. I couldn't sit with them and concentrate on their education. But the only thing that I did was put them through these handwriting therapy, the graphotherapy, and which helped me to see that they were very independent. They individually grew and they knew what to take and what not to take. And the decision making was very easy for them. And it was like a cakewalk for me through their education. So both of them are now graduates as engineers. So my elder one is doing his CFA now, and he is with his father, assisting in his father's business. So they are matured enough to decide what is good and what is not good for them. So that is how I can say it is very helpful for me.
Yes, thank you so much, ma'am, for highlighting the importance of handwriting, because since this world is getting towards totally to the digital after COVID, so this is something which is actually need to be highlighted, because people have just forgotten to that कि लिखने से भी जो है बहुत कुछ अचीव कर सकते हैं, बहुत कुछ क्या आप जो मैनिफेस्ट करेंगे, यू कैन अचीव एनीथिंग इन योर लाइफ, यू हैव टू जस्ट कीप राइटिंग, because I would
True. And
also.
it has become handwriting is like a dying art now. People don't believe in writing much. So I would always suggest all my, whenever I meet the kids, I always tell them, if many of your work is going through on your laptops and, system, at least go back and, in the night before you retire to sleep or get up in the morning, the first thing that you do is pick up a book and a pen and start writing something, maybe a gratitude or, before night journaling what happened throughout the day. So all this will give you that healthy results. So this is some way where we can keep them still connected with handwriting.
That's actually true, and we just hope that your message should pass to the especially बच्चों के लिए और especially सारी generations के लिए, क्योंकि आजकल everyone has gone to the digital, so everyone has to realize it and has to actually write those gratitude points in morning or night whenever they can. So thanks, and we'll move on. When I was reading to your article, My Marriage Bliss versus Curse, I found that you remain very positive at each and every stage of your life, and you also proved that nothing there is nothing which is perfect, and everyone is imperfect and has to work together to make it perfect. So just we are just curious to know that it's been how many years to your successful marriage, or kuch aisa emotional, memorable, or any challenge that you both people decided together to complete it. बिकॉज ऐसा नहीं है कि मैरिज जो है वो केवल सिर्फ मैरिज के लिए है, ये हम इस चीज से समझना चाहेंगे, कोई चैलेंज या कुछ ऐसा कुछ मेमोरेबल इवेंट है, आप फ्लैशबैक में जाके हमारे साथ कुछ शेयर करिए, सो दैट पीपल कह सकते हैं ना कि आज इस इंटरव्यू से अर्चना जी के एग्जाम्पल से कुछ सीख पाए कि मैरिज एग्जैक्टली एक है क्या.
True. A beautiful question. I would always love to answer this question. जब भी मुझे ये question आता है तो बहुत connect हो जाती हूँ, क्योंकि marriage is something very very unknown fact for me, because I was studying when I got married, and when this happened, we both come from totally different backgrounds. So I come from a very nuclear family where I was pampered, taken care. There was absolutely a word called no was never introduced. So that's how we were brought up. But I got married to a man who belonged to a joint family, and this different atmosphere altogether. And the dream that was instilled in me is, when you go there, you get more people to be with and things like that. But there are lots of other things also that goes when it is from a nuclear family to a joint family. So lots of differences were there. And if you go through my article, I say it's a roller coaster ride. So
Right.
why I say a roller coaster ride is because two different people from two different backgrounds, 20 years I've grown with my parents, and 25 years he's grown with his parents and his background. And both of them come together at one platform called marriage. And it is always like girls at that age have this dreamy thing like, gode pe aayega aur utha ke leke jayega, and then life is beautiful. So that is not how exactly marriage will be, because marriage is not just about a man and a woman. It's about two families coming together, and you accepting that family, they accepting you, and he coming into your family. So a lot of things actually take place, and there is a lot of changes that happens. And if you want me to quote one thing that we both together did it is like, he comes from a very affluent family. I come from a very middle family, but he comes from a very affluent family. And because of some family things, we had to move out from the native and come down to Bangalore, and we had to start our own life. In fact, we started our journey with 300 rupees in hand. So that is how our life actually began. So it was like he never was qualified enough to go into jobs. Or he was not interested. He was basically into business, and business was his core. So he said, "I can only do business." And then we had to support each other so strongly that a lot of times it used to be like, there used to be a part away drift coming, and we both stood there and started making towards each other and talking to each other, communicating much enough. That is, we never used to involve his parents or my parents, because I used to believe that हम दोनों का journey है तो हम decide करें. So let's not pull in people, because हर लोग का अपना ही अलग सोच होता है, and they have a different way to communicate to you, but they don't know what exactly your life, what you want from your life. And this is about our journey. We want to make this journey. We can take their suggestion, but you have to ultimately make your decision. So sabka suno apna karo. So that is how we had to do. And many situations came in our life. Every situation, it was like throwing challenge. You can imagine, a couple of that age, like 20, 25, starting together a family. And within a year, I'm blessed with a first son. And a lot of things changes as a mother, as a wife. Everything has to be taken care. And then you have a family to, build together, and all this stuff. And I had to take up all jobs, whatever was available, and then support the family in that way. And he, of course, is a very hardworking person. Today, also, he's a hardworking man in our family, and that way we could pull the strings off with a family things. But then lots of situations were there where we stood strong and we held each other's hand, and we have crossed the thing. And if one thing, if you want me to tell what we achieved together, is like, I can say we both grew together. So that's how it all began. Like, we were still kids, and mentally also we were not grown up, and there was no family, coming and peeping in and telling us things, because his family lives in Andhra, and my family's they don't interfere into things, and we had to do everything on our own. And there where I decided, like, he comes from a family where he's just seen luxury and a life of lavishness, and I shouldn't see him go through a menial life. So there where I always used to think that we have to make a home together, and I have to build a house and all that. And after 18 years of we putting our heart and soul into this, we got into a beautiful house today where we live in. And that is one materialistic thing that I would say that we have achieved together. But there are lots of other things like that. जब दो बच्चे आए, we didn't know what they are going to be. We didn't know how they will turn to be, how we will be raising them as parents together. Lots of things were running in our mind, and lots of questions there. But then we said, mostly I will say he was my support system, because my husband is very strong mentally that way. He always holds hand and he says, "Nothing to worry. It's okay. ये भी बीत जाएगा. There's a situation and it will pass." So that is how we both have traveled. It's been 29 years till now, and it's been great.
वाओ दैट्स सो ग्रेट
Thank
सो
you.
एक चीज ये सीख सकते हैं कि आप लोगों ने लाइफ में हर स्टेज पे कुछ ना कुछ सीखा, उससे आगे बढ़े, और इट्स स्टिल दिस बॉन्ड इज स्ट्रांग। एंड पिलर्स कह सकते हैं, जैसे कि आपने अपने आर्टिकल में भी बताया है, लव, ट्रस्ट, रिस्पेक्ट, अंडरस्टैंडिंग, कम्युनिकेशन। सो विथ ऑल दिस इज गोइंग ऑन, एंड विल विश यू अ लॉट ऑफ सक्सेस फॉर बोथ द किड्स एंड फॉर योर सक्सेसफुल मैरिज टू। Also,
Thank you. Thank you.
going through your professional background, we came to know that you have worked as a senior loan officer at a renowned MNC bank. So, is there any corporate advice that you would like to share with our youngsters out here who are preparing for their job drives and their journey to thrive into the corporate world?
Um, if at all we think about an exhibition, it's very colorful, it's very lighted, and your heart just flies the moment you enter into an exhibition arena. So that is how a corporate world will welcome you. It's like, very, very attractive. It's very, tempting, and lots of things attracts you to be in the corporate world. And definitely, it's a very beautiful place to be in, because once you like a corporate life, it is not easy for you to turn back and see any other small scenarios or setups. So that is how attractive a corporate world is. But I would also say it's a complete concrete world. So jahan wahan it is not much of the natural things cannot be brought in. So for the kids who I would suggest, who are seeing this podcast especially, is try to make a balance, hit a balance between your personal life, the life with the nature, and your corporate world. Corporate world definitely offers many advantages. The moment you enter into it, it offers you the best of the life that you can ever imagine. And lots of things are there where you have to put boundaries and lines around you, because temptations can be towards anything. So anything of too much is a bad thing. So that is how the corporate world will be, but you should know where to draw a line and come out of it. And what I would say is, sometimes when I was working in that scenario, we used to make fun of it. Like, kal se hum boria bistar bhi yahi pe leke aayenge. Means that is how it will be. Like, the moment you go there, you get involved so much that you just want to be there and do more, because that becomes a part of you kinds. But then you should know, when to step out of it also. So if you don't know how to do it, it will be like you're just getting dragged into the things. And I would say, kids of now, whoever is looking for a job scenario in those kinds of arena, you should know to draw lines and be as much as possible towards your family, your friends, social circle, and your nature. Because when I stepped out of corporate life, it was like almost, it became like nayi duniya mein aa gayi hu. So that is how it was for me, because not much of contacts I had. It used to be like I go at 8 o'clock in the morning into the office, and then come back by 8 o'clock in the evening. I had no time for the socialing and all that. So it used to be much of my housework and the office work. So I had to just balance between these two. But I would suggest, like, draw that lines and do things. So that is my suggestions.
That, yes, that's actually much needed because will correlate to this. Personally, I was an ex-banker too. So यही होता था कि बैलेंस जो है ना, ये सबके साथ यही होता है, क्योंकि फिर ये बोरिया बिस्तर वाली जो बात आपने बताई, वो यही लगता था, स्पेशली ड्यूरिंग द टाइम ऑफ क्लोजिंग्स एंड ऑल इन द टाइम ऑफ मार्च। ऐसा लगता था कि कब जा रहे हैं, बस ऑफिस में ही बैठे हुए हैं। इट वाज लाइक कि लेट इट बी हियर ओनली, मॉर्निंग में फिर से यहीं आना है। सो यस, दिस इज एक्चुअली, मतलब ये सीखने वाली बात है कि आपको बैलेंस रखना पड़ेगा, वरना ऐसे लगेगा कि बस आ रहे हैं जा रहे हैं ऑफिस में, बस वो ही चल रहा है। देर इज नो फन एंड देर इज नथिंग विच इज लेफ्ट इन द लाइफ। फैमिली लाइफ भी इंजॉय करनी है, कॉर्पोरेट के गोल्स भी अचीव करने हैं, साथ ही साथ खुद का सेल्फ लव ये नहीं भूलना है। तो कहीं ना कहीं हम सारी ये सारी चीजें भूल जाते हैं। सो डेफिनेटली यू हैव शेयर्ड एन वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट मैसेज फॉर ऑल दी
If you're
यंग।
a married person, especially, if you're a married person, especially, it is like, apart from these two, you also have to give lots of time to your relationship with your man, because it becomes very important. Because there is a time where, he feels like you're drifting away, and you will feel like, I'm not able to give much to him. And these kinds of situations crop up, and there is a balance again you have to bring in. So lots of things. And on top of that, kids are the cream. So you have to, maintain the cream is always fresh and it is not going stale. So all this has to be taken care. So corporate life teaches you a lot of things, but you should definitely take care of yourself first.
Yes, definitely, ma'am. Also, you are a counselor too, so we'll love to have the perfect advice for all the generations how to live a healthy and happy life. As looking to today's scenario of getting much of mobile addiction is affecting badly. So, is there any best planner that you can suggest with everyone here? that they can keep it.
Rainu ma'am, you and Abhishek sir has already written a book on that. I think it should be like a Bible for anybody who
But
will pick it
still,
up
yes,
and do it.
exactly. But everyone
So,
has their
yes,
own choices and everyone has their own
yes.
suggestions. So हमें ऐसा लगता है कि हम सारी सजेशन को सुनना हमें अच्छा लगेगा.
राइट सो काउंसलर के तौर पे नहीं तो एक आम इंसान की तरह बोलूंगी तो भी यू नो इट इज लाइक वी ऑल नो मोबाइल इज a very good thing today at the same time a very bad thing because extreme use of anything is always a bad thing. So you should know again the same thing. If you don't know to draw lines, if you don't know to limit your timings with it will only keep pulling you into it. So it'll become a quicksand for you. You're not able to get out of it, and that is how the addiction starts for everybody. So especially for the new moms and dads, the parents of this generation, they feel giving mobile into the hands of a child gives them more of me time. And that is definitely there. I wouldn't say no, but I would say it is easy that way, but keep it the right way. Don't go for the easy way, go for the right way. Put the child with some healthy habits like, giving them the drawing books, coloring books, sit with them and spend time, which should be very quality time. And if at all you're saying like, they're very cranky, I'm not able to feed them, and that's why I give them a mobile so that they just eat whatever we feed. So that is definitely not to be done because first of all, the child is not understanding what it is eating because it's concentrating on something there and then eating something here, which is not at all connecting. And when they grow up, they become very cranky in their eating habits. And also, it is like too much of a distraction to the child from the growing age itself. From my side, though, for the newly parenting parents, it is like a zero time with the mobile is the best for the children because the schools, the moment they go into the schools, they have this pads coming and they have this systems where they have to learn through the systems itself. So many of the digital things will come, and I don't want you people to introduce to them in a much early age itself where they'll get addicted and they don't know what is socializing with people. People friendliness will become very less for them and all this starts. And today if you go into, not everybody, I would say most of the children, when you meet them, they cannot have the social interaction with you as normal as how it used to be few decades before. So I always believe that that is one major aspect because anything has to happen from the foundation. The correction has to begin from the foundation. अगर बच्चे जब बड़े होते हैं तो उसको पहले से करेक्शन कर दिया जाता है तो it is always easy to handle. You cannot make the child get used to something and then try to pull it away from that. So you should know to give them the time limit. Best is at least up to 4 or 5 years of the child's growing age. Keep them zero time with the mobile so that they don't get into this habit of mobile, and then you have to struggle like pull it from their hand. So that thing will not be there, and we all go through the Google Mata for everything. So if at all, if somebody will have to know what is the ill effects of using mobile for a longer time, I think Google Mata will in itself answer. Though it is on the mobile again, on the internet, on the surfing, but still you get all your answers there. And today there are lots of videos that is coming from the doctors who show you the kids going, schizophrenia and stuffs like that, which is definitely not healthy because they are not only physically affected, only unka aanखें nahi ja rahi hai, they are losing their mental stability because of which a lot of things are changing for them. I think that should be something what all the youngsters of, forget youngsters, any age should be taken care of. एक time रखना है उसके हिसाब से you should use it and finish it off. And और एक चीज mobile when it comes, it's like earlier days there used to be a landline and people had to wait for your call or you will have to wait to call them. It has become so hectic nowadays because of the mobile. People don't know where you're, what you're doing, and simply there comes a call and they expect you to take the call, and it is such a disturbing thing. So I think you should all make it very clear like this is my available time. You can't expect me to take your calls all the time. सो
Correct.
वो टाइमिंग्स क्लियर करो लाइक 10 बजे से शाम 7 बजे तक अवेलेबल हूँ. उसके बाद में आई हैव माय फैमिली टाइम टू बी गिवन एंड देन आई हैव माय मॉर्निंग थिंग्स टू बी डन. सो ऑल दिस शुड बी मेड वेरी क्लियर. सो दिस इज व्हाट आई फील अबाउट द मोबाइल यूसेजेस.
That's actually correct, because if you are available for someone 24/7, then again वही thing life में balance. So majorly out of this interview, everyone has to learn that you'll have to keep a balance in your life. और जैसे कि आपने kids के लिए भी बताया तो zero time होना चाहिए. So that's actually true, because ऐसा हो गया ना, एक ही चीज मैं आपके साथ शेयर करना चाहूंगी कि खाने के टाइम पे भी वही जैसे आपने बताया, बच्चे खाना ही नहीं खा रहे हैं, उन्हें चाहिए तो चाहिए मोबाइल. It is like that. So definitely you all have to make points of it, and thanks for sharing your valuable advices, ma'am. And तो आप बताइए कि आपकी feeling कैसी रही when you got published as an internationally certified published co-author, when you got those books and personalized gifts in your hand? What was the feeling at that time?
It's a dream come true. Renu ma'am, let me be very frank with you. Uh, as a young child or a growing adult, I always used to love writing. तो पता नहीं चल रहा था कि means we were not exposed to these kinds of arenas and parents didn't come from that kind of a background, so they didn't know what how things actually work with the interest of the kids. So they were also not knowing what it is. But then I always had this dream, like I have to write and put it in the papers or magazines and all this. So in my college days, I used to write articles and put it in the college magazines. Poems I used to write and publish. So all that used to happen during the college. But then once I was married, it was completely a cut off till I went into my job. So once I went into my job, there again I started writing poems for my colleagues. So on their special days, I used to write poems for them, and I used to love writing letters. I don't know, typing mails and sending a mail was not very, connecting to me. I always used to love writing letters. I used to take their addresses and write letters to them and post it to them. So there's like, अरे रोज मिलते हैं यहाँ पे. I'm like, no, I don't know. I just want to write. So that is my writing passion. And when this platform came through my mentor and my friend, my teacher, Nutan Rao, I was so happy to take this up because this is one platform which I was always waiting for. I didn't know how to approach. She always used to say like start writing a book. So I used to think like book तो लिख देंगे हम pages भी भर देंगे उसके बाद में क्या होगा? Who's going to do the further things? So she used to say it'll happen, but we never gave so much of attention to that. But when this opportunity she put it in front of my plate, I said this is what I'm going to grab, and I started taking it. I was so happy to receive both the books in my hand. I felt like अगर कुछ dream achieve होता है तो ऐसा ही लगता है. So many dreams have come true, but this is one of the bucket lists that I had, and very, very happy, and definitely would want to be connected in this journey of writing with you, all of you. And nice, and it simplifies your journey. It is not like आपको पूरा 500 पन्ना आपको ही लिखना है. It is like everybody shares their thoughts, and it is like you're not just sharing your thought, you're understanding others, thoughts in this, and it's a very beautiful journey, is what I felt. And thank you so much. Lovely certificate, lovely personalized gifts, and everything was so nice when I received it.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for all the love and respect. And the new authors को क्या suggestion देना चाहेंगे that how they can join our platform, like how they can share their words, thoughts in the society through the platform of Ankakshar Miracles?
I would say to all the youngsters who's looking forward to come and publish their thinking through words, see, we have lots of things to be communicated to people, but we don't know how to reach them, approach them. So normally, we people will still think like एक को बोल दिया, दो को बोल दिया, 10 को बोल दिया, 100 को बोल दिया, मुझे हजारों को reach करनी है, तो कैसे करूं? So there is always this question mark and an exclamatory mark together always. So I would suggest just pen in all your thoughts and words, and get along with Ankakshar, because this is one platform where I felt like it is making people's life easy. It's not like आपको पूरा book लिखनी है, आप हमारे साथ जुड़ जाओ, आपका book बन जाएगा. So that is how the entire journey is looking for me. And definitely your thinking should not go along with you into the grave. It should come out to the world and spread what you think. And because not every person thinks alike. So Renu ma'am can think some way, I can think some way. So there is another person who thinks a different way about the same topic. So we all get to know so many things, and जब एक प्लेट पे साइड डिशेस के साथ मेन डिश भी होता है तब भी अच्छा लगता है. So this is how it will be platted in the book
Of
finally.
course,
So I
in
think we should
anthologies
all
में
come.
भी यही हुआ कि हम हो सकता था कि केवल मेरे थॉट्स हो सकते थे, जैसे आपने बताया। तो 108 यहाँ पे बहुत सारी जो है ना चीजें सीखने के लिए मिली हैं। साथ ही 7 ली ऑफ लाइफ में भी मोर देन 2000 पॉइंट्स आर देयर इन दैट, ईच वन हैज रिटन 7 पॉइंट्स ऑन दैट। लर्निंग पे भी, अर्निंग पे भी, एक्सपेक्टेशन पे भी, सो देर इज मेनी थिंग्स दैट वी हैव लर्न फ्रॉम इट। सो उसी के साथ मैम, आप अपने 7 ली ऑफ लाइफ के आर्टिकल से क्या मैसेज शेयर करना चाहेंगे?
सेवन ली ऑफ लाइफ जब मैं लिख रही थी, द फर्स्ट दैट इज लर्निंग, अर्निंग एंड एक्सपेक्टिंग. एज वी वर लर्निंग इन आवर लाइफ स्किल्स, इट इज लर्निंग, earning and returning. So that is what we had learned. But then this was sounding little different for me. What is expecting? So हमने learn कर लिया, earn कर लिया, अब expect क्या करनी है? Then I gave it a little more thought. Then I understood it's not from the outside world. It's not from the surface level or the materialistic thing. It is talking something beyond that. And from there, I understood that what I learn and earn and expect from my inner world. So उससे ज्यादा connection बढ़ना शुरू हो गया, and my thought process went in that thinking, and beautiful words came out through that. And every word, if you see in my article there, it speaks about how my learning went in my inner journey, how my earnings went in my, that is, because of those learnings there were certain earnings that happened, and with that earnings, what was my expectation? I wanted to be more stable, I wanted to be more serene, I wanted to be more calmer. So these were my expectations from myself. So that is what it made me think, and I think that was a beautiful journey, because I would have never thought that we could have expected something from ourselves, though it was all taught, though we knew in the a counseling session or a life skills training session, but हम खुद बैठ के जब हमारा ये करेंगे तो it brings in lots of stuffs to the surface. So that
एग्जैक्टली,
is
क्योंकि
how.
उस टाइम
And
सोचते हैं जब हम लिखते हैं तो वेरियस थॉट्स, वेरियस न्यू थॉट्स,
lots of things
आइडियाज,
come out.
बहुत बहुत सारी चीजें निकल के आती हैं। So thank you so
Right.
much, ma'am. Thanks for joining in and thanks for sharing your valuable piece of advices. So definitely, जो भी सुनेगा, they'll have to learn a lot from it. और सबसे ज्यादा to keep a balance in your life. Well, thank you so much, ma'am. It was nice meeting you, nice talking to you. तब तक के लिए बने रहिए, जुड़े रहिए अंकाक्षर मेराकल्स के साथ। ये थी रेणु मंगतानी की बात अर्चना नरेला जी के साथ। Thank you, ma'am. Have a good day.
You too.
Good.